Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Extra Crispy. For today's video, we got a video about Rebound Central titled "What NBA Players Ball with Their First Check." So yeah, straight up, man, this is a very interesting concept because you usually don't get like that side of NBA players. I mean, some guys more than others. Some dudes are pretty quiet about it. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below. What is one thing you would buy with your first NBA contract? No, for me personally, man, it's kind of been a dream of mine for quite some time here. You know, every time I go to McDonald's, I gotta get the McDouble. I'd get myself a double cheeseburger, bro. I would go all in and get that extra slice of cheese. Yes, for sure, man. So here we go. Let's go get going on this.
Now, with contracts in the NBA getting more ridiculous each year, some big names recently revealed what they cashed out on with their first paycheck.
Damn, Zion got himself a mansion.
Klay appeared on an episode of Kneading Dough with Maverick Carter, where they went over many things, including the thing that Klay bought with his first check.
Okay.
Klay Thompson being one of the best catch-and-shoot scorers in the league, he's made waves over the years, being a part of the
historic
bought
himself
run
a
by
six-pack
the
of Bud
Warriors.
Light.
He recently signed a deal worth 5 years and $190 million.
Apparently likes Bud Light a lot. I don't know why.
His money situation.
Don't know why.
He said it doesn't matter how much he makes present day, and he'll always remember what he bought with his first paycheck. Back in 2011, the Warriors drafted Klay with the 11th pick, where he eventually made a little over $2 million. When Klay was asked about his first NBA check that was $35,000, he said, "It was incredible." Klay even said, "It was more money than I could ever think of." The first item Klay bought was a pool table, and when asked about it, he said,
"Oh,
I still
not
have that
bad,
to this
okay,
day."
it's fine.
And Klay also talked
Nice
about
pool
the fact
table.
that his cheap taste made it easy to transition into the league.
Nothing
He
wrong
said,
with that.
"It's not like the money made me happier. It was always great to see that check, but I lived such a great life at the time on my $1,100 a month stipend. That went so far. I could get as much Taco Del Mar as I wanted. I could go to Target and have a field day. And even after winning..."
Yeah, you know, Klay Thompson's the type of dude that would give himself the taco whatever. I don't know, man. We got Taco Bell where I'm at. It's not great, but yeah, he type of dude that gets himself some tacos and hoop every single day, and that's all you need sometimes.
NBA championships, he still doesn't have an expensive taste, and he talked about that, saying, "I'm pretty simple. My tastes aren't that extravagant." Klay also spoke about a money regret that he had when he got his first bit of money. He said that he went out and bought a lot of clothes to match the NBA style, but he admitted that that was a stupid decision. He even said, "I'd only wear about 5% of the closet." But there is one recent purchase that Klay made that he said
style always changes too.
Fit. That was a brand new boat. He talked about why he bought it, saying, "I know I'm going to get use out of it because the water brings me peace. Plus, with my foundation, I'm going to have the ability to take kids out and go fishing, which is really cool to me." Wealth is a mindset. If you have relationships and experiences around you, those are priceless. That's better than any car or big house you can
My dude's
get.
a human fortune cookie.
Spending 15 seasons in the NBA, playing for many teams, nothing was as unforgettable as his time in Phoenix, where he was drafted in 2002 and played for many successful years. But right after he was selected with the 9th pick,
I remember he was becoming a star
before playing a single game, but spent almost all of his first check within weeks. Mari told Wolf Simple, "When I got that first check, I saw all the zeros. It was for like 300,000. I thought, man, this is like the Richie Rich movie. You wake up and now you're rich."
Yeah, now you're not in the NBA anymore, so hopefully you saved your money, bro, a little bit.
For himself and his family. In addition to getting some new clothes and jewelry, a truck, and a nice apartment, he bought his mom her first house and took his brother shopping.
Okay, I do apologize. Okay, yeah, you young kid, a lot of money, wants to do good for his family. I get that. I get that.
Spoke about shopping for his family when he said, "When you see tears
I just
in
hope
your
you
mother's
didn't
eyes and the joy
become
in
Charles
your
Barkley,
face,
you know?
Those moments only come once in a lifetime." But he
You
obviously
worry about
learned from
that
spending
with
so much at once.
young bloods.
Mari talked about the importance of saving, saying, "If you save properly, you can live off your interest. It keeps you out of your pocket.
All
you
right.
spend the money."
You're a W, Mark. I judged too quickly, man. It happens. I apologize. I'll take the L. I'll take it.
Interest before you're spending your actual money. Now, with Iguodala becoming known for his time in Golden State, he too played for many organizations throughout his career. He was initially drafted with the 9th pick of the 2004 draft by the Philadelphia 76ers, and his first NBA contract was for 4 years worth $9 million.
Hey.
Iguodala often talks about how he never thought nor planned to make it into the league.
That gets you like half a season of Mason Plumlee now.
Along with it. Recently, Andre sat down and talked about what he bought with his first check from the NBA when he was talking to Wealth Simple, which is an online investing service. Andre said, "I had no idea I might make it to the NBA." And when Iggy was explaining all the money he received at a young age, he said, "I wasn't thinking about the money, the cars, jewelry. I'd never seen that before, so I wasn't looking for it. I just enjoyed playing basketball. You get an advance over the summer, and just before the draft, you get an advance for trading cards and an advance
That's
for a
the
shoe
wealth
contract.
is doing what you love."
I remember a loan agency floating me until I got advances. They sent me a check for $25,000. Now, when it came to the first thing he bought when he got his first check, Andre explained he headed right over to Nike Town and said, "A whole bunch of pairs of Jordans. I spent like 2 or 3 grand, and it felt like I spent $1 million. I didn't know how to spend money." Andre finished his comments by encouraging people to watch their wallets by saying, "I've been able to meet interesting people who've helped me out, and in turn, I want to help out my fellow NBA players." And Andre also said he wants to give our players many options post-retirement, because there's many years of life when you're not playing.
Smart man right there,
being a starting
for sure.
point guard for the last 15 seasons, he too has racked up hundreds of millions of dollars, but he's always always kept a good mindset about his money, and he talked about how in 2005, when he was a sophomore at Wake Forest, he declared for the NBA draft and his agency offered him a $100,000 advance. But his parents, who were very smart with their money, knew that a 21-year-old would blow that money quickly, so they insisted $25,000 would do just fine. Chris sat down with CNBC's Make It and talked about the day he received his first check and said, "That was the day my life changed. I took my..."
So why is it in college that, like, a guy like, I don't know, man, like James Wiseman, how come he's not allowed to get an advance? Like, if he knows he's going to be able to pay it off in like, when he gets his NBA check, how come he cannot get that ahead of time? You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
My girlfriend, my best friend,
just don't make sense.
We went to the mall. We went to a couple stores, and I was just like, just get something.
Or maybe you are.
There's no feeling like it. Because we used to go on double dates to TGI Fridays, and when they would come with the bill,
they
we'd
got
be like,
some
2 bills, please. You know, me and my girl, him and his girl,
sure.
That day and ever since, it's been 1 bill. Chris also spoke about the conversation he had with his mom after getting his first check, and he said, "My mom called me and was like, 'Boy, you used that credit card yet?' And I was like, 'No, Ma.' I just never liked the whole premise of having a credit card and being able to spend money that you don't have. I have my debit card, and so I just like to spend money."
Sorry, guys, I'm a finance major. I gotta bring this up right here. Credit cards, nothing wrong with them if you are responsible with it and you have the money to spend. But with credit cards, you know, now are you only building up credit to get loans and better interest rates and stuff like that? But also, I know for me personally, I use mine all the time to pay for stuff I know that I can actually afford. So that way, I get them points, and I can use those points, and it's like free money. So that's just, you know,
money I knew
gotta be
I
responsible.
had.
Like
That's
anything
my mom
in
told me
life.
that no
Anything
credit
in
was
life.
bad credit, but I still don't like credit cards to this day. I'm not cheap, but I'm frugal, so I'm very conscious
I'm
of
frugal too.
everything that I spend money on. Now, Luka Doncic is quickly becoming a star of the league. He's been playing
But I also got
professionally for
credit
years
cards,
now,
so-
even prior to making it to the NBA. Luka got paid and played basketball professionally in Europe before making it to the NBA. But playing basketball, specifically coming to America to play the NBA, was his priority. Growing up, Luka was always into cars, and he always wanted exotic cars, especially a Lamborghini.
Bro, young Luka like that looked like the type of, like, kid on Xbox Live that's just gonna say every horrible thing about you. You guys know the kids I'm talking about. He just has that look to him. I don't know, man.
Or McLaren. But he recently talked about how he definitely needed a Porsche.
Like, he was on the headset back in the
my
day.
dream car since I was young. And with a few of his first checks that Luka received from his teams overseas, cashed out on a few whips, and he got a custom electric blue Porsche Panamera that he himself claimed is the most beautiful car in the world. And with it being such a unique blue with black rims, it truly isn't one of a kind. However, what's funny is that Orlando's big man Nikola Vucevic and Luka have been friends for a while. And right before Luka was drafted into the league, Vucevic tweeted at Luka saying, "If you come to Orlando, I can't help you with Jennifer Aniston, but you can drive my 911 every day." Knowing that was his dream girl and his dream car,
the phone number for the
you can easily
police?
tell Luka's obsessed with Porsches, as he's been seen with 3 different versions of that car. Of course, he has the electric blue Panamera version, but he also recently copped a red Porsche 911 Turbo with black rims, where Luka even added a custom exhaust system to it as well. But Luka's also been spotted having a black version of the Porsche Panamera as well, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on just
I'm not a
his
car
dream
guy.
cars. But right after signing his contract with the Mavericks, Luka decided to spoil himself again, this time buying a cherry red Audi A7 right off the lot from an Audi dealership in Dallas. Luka posted a picture of him in front of the car.
Damn, Motor City, Motown. I don't like cars.
And he reportedly paid $70,000 for the car, being the cheapest one he owns, but still different from the rest. Now with Shaq becoming one of the richest athletes in history,
Shaq's gone crazy, man. This dude, I remember this dude got a new place. He spent like $1 million at Walmart.
Be surprised that he even got to this point after what he did as soon as he got his first big paycheck. Back in 1992, after being drafted by the #1 pick by the Orlando Magic, immediately after signing a $1 million endorsement deal with a trading card company, Shaq, then at the time just 20 years old, made a financial mistake that forever ended up changing how he handled his money for the remainder of his career. Shaq actually told the story to Business Insider, saying, "It was me being overly happy/irresponsible. My agent called me and said, 'Hey, you've got $1 million.' So I went to the Mercedes dealership. The guy says $150,000. I write him a check, give it to him. Now in my head, $1 million minus $150,000. I still got $850,000 left, right?
Okay.
So I get home, my father says, 'That's nice. Where's mine at?' I go buy the same car for my father.
Okay.
I'm good. I got $700,000 left. So now I gotta go do what all the homeboys do. Gotta go buy rings and diamonds and earrings and this and that. A couple days later, my bank manager called me and he sat me down and he said, 'I've been following you for 2 or 3 years. I love your career. You're probably gonna be a fabulous player and make a lot of money. But you know, a lot of you guys, when you're done playing, don't have anything. I want you to take a look at this.' And I was like $50,000 to $60,000
interest
in the
probably?
hole. I was just writing checks. I was buying TVs. I was just buying stuff I didn't even need. So after that, I said, you know what? I'm gonna need to get me a business manager. And luckily, I had a lot of the hard
Huge
lessons
W,
early.
Shaq, for
I'm
doing
the type
that.
of guy that I don't like to miss 2 shots in a row, even if it's a free throw. An experience like this is exactly why he's pushing financial responsibility to his 6 children as well. During a segment on the Ellen Show,
you're a
O'Neal actually
businessman
spoke
now.
about the rules that he currently has in place for his children, going on to say, "Our most famous rule is in order to touch any of my cheese, you gotta present me with 2 degrees. Their father's very successful, so as a father, I'm not going to give them handouts. They have to get a bachelor's and a master's.
Good for you, Shaq.
Shaq knows his level of
you,
success
man.
isn't easily obtainable, but he talked about some recent intel that he got from Jeff Bezos that taught him how to
Well, I touched
quadruple
my
his
cheesy
net
guy
worth.
get some
In a recent
degrees.
interview with the Wall Street Journal,
That's
O'Neal
good.
said, I
That's
heard
good.
Jeff Bezos say one time that he makes his investments based on if it's going to change people's lives. But once I started doing that strategy, I think I probably quadrupled what I'm worth. And during his 19-year career in the NBA, O'Neal racked up about $300 million, but he
So
didn't
he's a
just go and
billionaire.
spend that all on ridiculous stuff that he didn't need. He used it to invest in many opportunities that had nothing to do with basketball. He put money into things like Google and Apple, some Vegas nightclubs and fast food restaurants like Five Guys, Auntie Anne's, Papa John's, Krispy Kreme, and more, turning himself into a near billionaire rather than just another athlete that went broke. That was Zion Williamson becoming one of the
Yeah, I
biggest
got what
young
Zion's
names
purchase.
in the NBA
Haven't played a
since
game
Kobe
yet.
and LeBron. He definitely has had a lot to live up to starting here in his rookie season. After being drafted with the first pick of 2019 by the Pelicans, Zion instantly signed a 2-year, $20 million deal with them, and he also managed to sign a massive 5-year, $75 million deal with the Jordan
Yeah, you
brand,
set for life.
pretty much
You can just
guaranteeing
retire
his
now if you want
signature
to.
shoe as well. But shortly after receiving his first check, Zion went out and bought his brother a fully loaded 2019 Jeep Wrangler,
Not a Jeep
which he ended
guy.
up taking to DreamWorks Motorsports, where many other famous athletes choose to get their car
The
work
damn
done.
Tonka
DreamWorks
truck,
did
bro.
some work on the
Played
car,
it as a
amping up
3-year-old.
the engine and internal parts, as well as painting the Jeep in metal gray and adding a premium sound system. They also raised the Jeep a few inches and put on custom rims and wheels. The price of a brand new Jeep Wrangler runs for about $30,000, and there was at least $10,000 added in cosmetics and performance parts. Now, with Zion recently making a move to New Orleans and running into millions of dollars, he needed to buy a new place. And the rumors surrounding
Bro, he
this
about to buy a
was
new
Zion was
freaking,
potentially gonna
fitness
buy
manager.
former NBA center Greg Monroe's house that was up for sale. This purchased by Monroe for $837,000 in 2013, and has recently been listed for $874,000. The 5-bedroom, 5.5 bathroom home is located in a country.
You know, that's actually kind of a cheap house from NBA player standpoint, in my opinion. Like, it's a beautiful house. Like, don't get me wrong. But, like, to me, that's not that much. Like, he's almost got $100,000 or $100 million already. And bitch ass Monroe lived there. Why would you want to live there?
Club, and it features beautiful views. The house has very high ceilings, perfect for a player of Zion's size.
Yo,
And
that's
the main
beautiful.
level of the
Oh,
home
man,
has
I'm a
raised
house guy, that's
study
for
with
sure,
wood
though.
floors, and the open living area includes
watch
a
me
kitchen
some house
with
hunters.
island, wet bar, and butler's pantry. The first floor master suite of this home includes 2 walk-in closets, and additional rooms with walk-in closets are located on the second floor,
Sign me
including
up.
an in-law suite. There's also a game room complete with a superhero mural on the wall, and in addition, the property features a balcony, 3-car garage, and lavish landscaping. Man, you know what I'd buy with my first NBA check? I'd buy this video right here on the screen. That's right, this video.
Okay, guys, that's the end of the video right there. Like I said in the comment section below, let me know. What would be the first thing you would buy? Let's say you got like a $3 million contract. What you guys buying?